Well, today I'm working on some exterior trim siding repair. I've got some water damage to a couple pieces of exterior trim and I'm gonna replace it today. I'm gonna do it on my own. I got a couple neat ideas to hopefully make my life a little bit easier and to prevent any water damage happening going forward. So this is the issue. We've had some water damage affecting this exterior trim. So I'm gonna replace it. Now it goes 9 feet up, and I'd prefer not to have to replace that entire board. So what I'm gonna do is splice in a section right here, another 1x4. And what I'm gonna do to make it look hopefully aesthetically decent enough is I'm going to put a seam here that's in line with this finger joint seam here on the adjacent exterior trim board. If that doesn't look attractive enough, then I may replace the whole length of that 1x4. But again, that's 9 feet. The other thing I'm gonna do is use some drip flashing for this section of 1x4 material. So water coming down here will go over the flashing and then down the horizontal piece of trim, hopefully to prevent any future water damage. I'm using just 1x4 pre-primed wood material. I think it'll do the job and we're gonna give that a shot. I also have this horizontal piece of trim that needs to be replaced because for whatever reason, I've got some rot going on here. So I'm gonna take that board out and replace it, the entire length of it in this case, and I'll put some flashing that'll go behind this upper piece, vertical piece, and then come out and over the horizontal piece I put in. Now I could go try to hunt down a contractor to do this work, but first of all, I'm sure a lot of difficulty finding anybody to do the work. And second of all, if I do find somebody, they're gonna charge at least $1,000, if not a couple $1,000s, if not more, to get a simple job like this done that I can do in about 2 or 3 hours. What happens here is as soon as they see that, the price usually doubles or triples what the real cost of the job would be if I was anywhere else. So that's why I'm gonna do it myself. I've been doing this type of stuff for years, and it just is a heck of a lot cheaper to do the work yourself than to try to find somebody to do the work and then I can get it done at a fair price. So what I've done is I've kind of followed this seam line over to where I should cut on this exterior trim board that's damaged. And I've put over top of it the board that I'm actually going to install and overlapped it. And now I'm going to use a saw and cut through this line all the way into the exterior trim wood that's been affected. And this way I should have a nice perfect seam between the new board and the original board. So hopefully I'll have a reasonably tight seam. So I'm gonna use a sonic tool to make the cut. I'm gonna basically just do plunging cuts along this line and basically penetrate through not only this board here that'll be used as a replacement section, but also through the affected damaged board. All right, there's the cut. Now we're gonna remove this board that I've tacked in, and then we'll pry off the bad exterior board underneath it. And now I'll just use my claw and hammer to remove the section of bad board. And again, this board was quite rotted out, so now I'm just prying it out gently here. May need to do a little bit more cutting up there, we'll see. I'm just gonna go in slowly. Now, there we go. And we get a nice clean cut there. So hopefully the splice piece that I've just cut as well will fit nicely in there. We'll confirm in a minute. All right, so I've got the splice section in. There's a little bit of a gap. I'm gonna caulk that. And I put a piece of flashing down here as well so that any water coming down here will go over this horizontal piece and drip down here versus somehow getting into the seam that was, for example, over here on this situation. Okay, we have the spliced board in. We're gonna let it dry. You can see the drip edge there, and once it's dried, we'll paint it, maybe a couple coats, and that seam should be relatively invisible. Now I'm on to this section of trim. I'm gonna just dig in here and then just pull it off with a hammer and claw bar. All right, so just dig it in with the claw bar. You can see how rotted it is here. Look at that, just came right out. I'm just gonna continue on taking this section of trim out. Okay, we got the old board out, time to put the new board in. And now what I'm doing is putting drip edge flashing underneath the vertical sections of the exterior trim so that water coming off them will drip over the drip edge, around the horizontal section of trim, and then down the rest of the siding. This way there's no chance of water getting underneath and behind the horizontal piece and causing any rot in this material. All right, so now we're putting in the new piece of trim. We're tucking it up first underneath the drip edge and then pushing it flat up against the wall. Okay, we have the new board placed in position. Now I just need to nail it and caulk it and we'll be all set. All right, all the nails are in. Put some caulk underneath the windows in this case. And just gonna let the caulk dry and then we're gonna paint it. All right, we're doing the finishing touches on the painting. All right, the job is done. That seam is a little bit wider than the finger joint over there, which I expected, but again, not looking too bad. And this piece here is complete as well. And so hopefully we won't have any more water damage occurring by putting that drip edge flashing underneath the intersections of the vertical pieces and the horizontal pieces. All right, so this wraps up this exterior trim repair job. Putting that drip edge flashing underneath the vertical pieces hopefully will prevent any more rot from occurring. And minimum, the boards now that are in there are solid and looking quite nice, and I'm pretty much happy with the job. The seam was a little bit wider than I would have preferred on that one small section of vertical section that I added, but overall, not too bad. Anyway, so I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure that like button and subscribe to the channel so you get notified of my next one.